I was sweating in my bed. Damn, it's so hard to sleep. It's so warm. I can't like it's so warm, bro. I forgot to open the window. Well, I can't sleep, so might as well open it. Am I right? I soon began to fall asleep. Finally, I can fall asleep. Next day, woke up. Slow, lethargic, groggy, and actually, I think I was sick at the time. It has been one of the coldest nights thus far, father told me. Mother then comes in. School, Eskil, it's school! I think I can't. She left and came back minutes later. Checked my head like, oh, indeed, yeah, you got a fever. I was about to record, I was about to work, but I got sick. I was moderately sick, with a slight cold and fever, right? At the time, I didn't know what was causing this. I kept having the window open whole nights as the days went on and on and on. Because my computer made my warm room, so I had this, and I can't sleep because I knew about the benefits of the effects it has on sleep. It enhanced my sleep, and I knew about all this. I want a cold room so I can fall asleep because I researched and reviewed my podcast, and I knew I was not incompetent of the fact that I need to have the window open. But the thing is that next day, after I had the window open, I woke up even more sick. Mother comes in. Has it gotten better, Eskil? I don't think so, I said. Mother goes to check, right? Oh, it's gotten worse. Oh. It kept getting worse. Day 3, it was even worse. And at the time, I didn't know what was causing this, right? So I did the same mistake over and over and over again. And the result is, well, I had a horrible sleep because I could barely sleep. I could barely lie on my pillow because, I was coughing everywhere. Had this, when you have this cold, when you have a flu, it's very hard to breathe. So on day 4, I caught on what was causing this. I started to, think deeply, what is causing this, what is causing it, and on day 4 I found out what it was. And I got maybe it's the window actually. And then I made a new routine. I made a routine of having them open 2 hours before bed and then closing them. Such a small thing. But the thing is that even if it was, I think it was in the fall, even if it wasn't that cold, because I'm pretty cold adapted, cold shower, still gets really, really cold in the night, and exposing to that cold for many hours might be a bad idea. So that's what I tried. So day 5 and day 6 and day 7, it actually improved. Got better instead of getting worse. It got better and better and better. And then I think at day 9, I was cured. So just imagine now for a second that such a small sickness developed into a winter flu because of my incompetence. In the modern world, cold shower is so neglected. No one's talking about them. No one's doing them. Everyone is, let me at least have my warm shower. No, you might get sick, you might get whatever. If you follow these 5-step formula, which I have laid out, I've laid them out in a specific way. So I do recommend, if you want to gain the most value from this video, then watch them in order. I do not force you to watch in one sitting, because it can be quite long if you're short on time, because I don't want to waste your time. when I'm gonna post the video, it's gonna be worthwhile. And I'm so excited for you because cold shower is such a big part of my routine and pretty much every successful guy's routine. And if you can follow this guide fully and utterly, then you will be able to master your cold shower. And you will hear about the benefits, you will hear about how you can do this in this guide. So this is the ultimate cold exposure guide, in my opinion. I have researched many podcasts, my personal experience for more than 8 months of cold shower, and this is everything put in one. No bullshit, all the secrets, all the techniques, everything you need to know in order to master your cold showers. So let's get into the video, shall we? Step 1. Circadian rhythm. Now this is the fundamental of all cold showers. So when we wake up, our body temperature is increasing. If you have listened to my story, then you will know that I opened the window because it was so warm I could barely fall asleep. Actually, this is not a sleep guide. I'm going to talk a bit about sleep and then I will go into it because this is very closely connected to cold exposure and cold showers and cold bath and ice bath and plunges and whatever. When you're falling asleep or when you're heading to sleep, you're decreasing your body temperature by 1 to 3 degrees. What that means is that your body needs that decrease of temperature. It's like a seal. It needs to switch, take that switch, and then it's like a seal, and then you fall asleep when you open the lock, the seal. Then you fall asleep. So if you open the window, then it will be colder. It will be easier for your body to sleep. So we can leverage this. Or if we take the opposite of that, you need that to fall asleep. You need the decrease of 1 to 3 temperature. Our body naturally, when you wake up, when we head to sleep, of course it decreases, but then it actually goes up, heading to, after like 1 hour before racing. It's like, let's say you wake up 4, then it's 3, 2, it's increasing. It's like a curve. It goes like this when you head to sleep, and then it goes up, 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 up. And then that's like your normal body temperature, like 35, and then 36, 37, and then 37 when you wake up. What you can do is, to truly wake up, is that you take a cold shower. But cold shower is cold. But actually, when you're taking cold shower like this everywhere, it's like a vasodilator, which essentially means that you're forcing your body, like the blood pressure and all those things, to the spots you are, with the shower or the whole body when you're exposing yourself in ice bath or whatever. Your whole body, it's cold. Your body responds with, I gotta more blood pressure. We gotta warm this guy up because he's freezing. You're warming yourself up. This warming can be leveraged through cold shower and ice bath. And if we get tired, we head asleep, you're probably experienced, in school, you're in class or you're in a room, it's cold. You get really tired because it's cold, right? You have experienced this. I'm not saying that, when it's really cold, you will get really tired. When it's really warm, you will also get really tired. But my point is that if you can increase your body temperature, not your it's 40 degrees in this room, no, your body inner core temperature. And that's what you're doing with cold showers. So if you can increase that, then you will get a cortisol peak, you will get that peak of energy and all that. And this can be leveraged to work, to literally wake up really, really fast. So mastering the circadian rhythm is the first step to any kind. This is kind of a fundamental of why we do cold showers. And then of course I will talk later about when you should do cold showers and how cold and how all that things, all the questions you might have. Step 2. Cold exposure's effect on brain and body. So now you know that it increases your body temperature, provides a dilation, and I wanna heat this guy up. That's not the only thing it does. There are many things it does, and I will walk you through each step, one by one, step by step. So, fundamental you've got now, and then another thing cold shower and ice bath and plunge and even walking outside does is that it gives us stress. I would say there is 2 types of stress. You probably know about cortisol because everyone talks about stress, and nearly 99.99% of the time, stress-inducing things, you know, spikes our cortisol. Oh, like cortisol, the stress hormone. Cold shower, cold exposure, actually gives us beneficial stress. And beneficial stress mostly comes from natural stressors, natural stimulus, natural things that stimulates our adrenaline. When our adrenaline is stimulated, this can be through workout, cold shower, literally fasting gives us this adrenaline spike in stress. And this specific, adrenaline increase through cold shower, natural stressors, those natural stresses are the beneficial stress. Still, yeah, beneficial stress, what do you mean? This stress has an amazing benefit. This stress you can actually adapt. It's kind of like you can adapt to the stress-inducing thing you're doing, which can be cold shower and ice bath and all those things. This has shown to, let's say it's very stressful in your work, coping with a cold shower or a cold exposure has been like, it's like a mental training. This might be bro science, but it really gives us the discipline, it really gives us all this. But literally, if you can be calm when you are cold exposing yourself to ice bath, cold shower, many studies have shown, and my own experience, that you're so much better to cope with stress. And it's also kind of discipline, like you do the hardest thing when you wake up, you do the hardest thing. The rest of your day will feel easier. That's another benefit. But this is a really beneficial step. Literally, we train ourselves. It's like we're in the gym, but yeah, it's equivalent to being in the gym, right? Muscle hypertrophy. We train our muscles, we train our mind. The mental effect is huge. And this can be leveraged through cold showers. You might be thinking, but still, won't I still be sick? Because cold, it's like, we know this, you can get a cold when you're outside for a long time, you can do this. You know what cold shower is? It's a beneficial stress, but what it is that it's literally adaptation to fight against cold. I'm not kidding when I tell you, cold shower is natural vaccine, natural medication. I've talked about this many times, but literally cold shower is the natural medication against sickness. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you that I haven't been sick in over 8 months. But I'm a guy who's only sick once a year anyways. I was sick once. I had a winter flu because I had a window open the whole night. And it was very cold. But deliberate cold exposure, and this is really important, deliberate cold exposure. Of course, cold exposure in 1 hour, 2 hours can be bad. But deliberate cold exposure. Deliberate cold exposure is an adaptation to fight against cold. The natural cure it all. It's the hack to cure all sickness. Maybe not cancer, maybe not cardiovascular disease, but this can have a had a sickness since, and if you don't count that incident, which I said before, which was having the window open whole night. So, no, you won't get sick. And of course, if you haven't experienced, and like you have been that guy who puts on many blankets even when it's like 10 degrees outside, maybe then you should, progressive overload, a bit cold, because if you have a huge shock, yeah, that shock is very beneficial, but might be a slight chance that you can get sick. It's like a vaccine. It's like, maybe you can, like, it's possible, but the thing is that for me and for many, like pretty much 99% of people who try this and do this consistently, they can literally walk outside like, I don't even need this. I can go with literally outside. I was there biking when it was windy, it was raining, and it wasn't even cold. I had like half-sleeved shirt, like a short-sleeved shirt, and so definitely you really get adapted to the cold, and adapting to cold is a very good thing to fight against sickness and colds and all those things. Step 2.1. Brown fat. White fat. So, one of the best benefits about cold shower is literally that you transform white fat to brown fat. You might be wondering now what is brown fat and what is white fat? I will tell you first. What is white fat? White fat is literally the chubby fat, the fat, fat loss guide. I wanna lose some weight. When we talk about I wanna lose some weight, I wanna lose some stomach, I wanna lose some unwanted things on my hips and my stomach and my, these parts. These are white fat, the chubby fat, the fat you get when you eat a lot of candy, when you eat a lot of ice cream, when you eat a bit too much, as they say. That's white fat. And I will talk about brown fat now. So brown fat is literally, it is very rich in mitochondria. You don't know what that is, but literally, cells. Our body is made of millions of cells, and it's very rich in mitochondria. But the thing is that brown fat acts as literally like a furnace. It's a furnace. White fat is, our fat stores, just extra thing on our body. Brown fat is literally furnaces. It's furnaces, so when you're exposed to cold, you have furnaces burning, increasing your body temperature. Literally, you will feel less cold when you're exposed to cold, because as previously said, you build up this, you never get sick, you never get really cold. It's because what you're doing is you're transforming this chubby, you're transforming this extra fat on your body to furnaces, to brown fat stores. So literally does burning. But I'm bulking. White fat is the fat. But I'm bulking. Yeah, I'm gaining some fat and I'm doing this and this and that. Yeah. But if you're bulking, taking cold showers and do cardio, you will get 100% of the muscle. Even more muscle, you know why? Because you will gain less fat. Or your white fat, your chubby fat, the fat you don't want to, but it's delayed gratification. Yeah, we'll get some fat, I won't have abs now. You're converting that fat you don't want to. Literally converting the thing that is keeping your ab from showing to brown, to furnaces. So if you're very keen to metabolism, then this is the thing that will really boost your metabolism. Step 2.2. Dopamine and adrenaline. Yes. Get into the fun part, the part you really was interested in, the part you came to the video for, probably. Cold shower has shown to have an insane increase in both adrenaline and dopamine, and as previously noted, increase in adrenaline is healthy stress. So Your healthy stress, literally you're adapting to stress, you're more resilient in stressful situation. You're more resilient in the cold. You literally build walking furnaces by converting to brown fat. But that's not all. You get that huge dopamine increase. Oh, we talk about self-improvement now. Yeah, dopamine. This might be a bit dissociated from the video, but dopamine, we know about this. When we, we get really high dopamine, like we get an increase in our dopamine baseline levels when there's something like something we want to do. Let's say, when I get the ice cream, then you get increase there, and then but I don't want it. I won't get to the ice cream. It goes down again, and then maybe I should actually, I will do it. And then you go, and then it goes down because you have to go up, and it goes down and down and down, and then you eat the ice cream. Dopamine spikes above this base. We said this is baseline. It spikes way above, and then after you've eaten the ice cream, it goes below this baseline, and then it becomes a new baseline. We know this. So literally our dopamine baseline become lower when we do those, addiction and those things that gives us really high dopamine, which is not natural. You might be, but you're taking cold shower, dopamine, but then it goes below and then you get more miserable as day goes on. This is actually not the case. Natural dopamines, so natural stressors, have actually shown to be delayed gratification. And this delayed gratification is kind of it feels like shit, and then it goes above. This is one of those rare cases. I think it's like exercise, sunlight, and cold shower. I think those three are exceptions of this rule. So what they are, they're special cases, I call them. So what they are is I don't want to hit the cold shower, but then it's one of those activities that gives you really high dopamine and increase the baseline as well. So it's enjoyable. I am a weird guy. I literally enjoy cold showers because I've done it for 8 months. I love cold shower with my whole heart. I would never, a day wouldn't be the same without a cold shower. So I really want the cold shower. I'm like, I literally wake up, I want to take cold shower. I'm not kidding. So it goes a bit up and then goes down a bit, but there's a new baseline. So literally, I'm happier generally every second, every minute of the day. Same with like hit the gym and all those things. Literally, those things increase your baseline. You get literally more dopamine. And the thing is that this is, that extra dopamine that is lasting for 6 hours. So you have literally a new dopamine baseline for 6 hours. And you're like, but after those 6 hours, it'll go down. Same with video games. The 1 minute it goes up and then it goes below. No, it goes 6 hours up. So you have 6 hours a new dopamine baseline, and then it goes back to baseline or even a bit above baseline. So literally you get a 6 hour effect and you have higher dopamine, and after those 6 hours still you would have a bit higher dopamine. You will have higher dopamine at all times. You will never have a decrease in dopamine when you take a cold shower. Maybe have a 6 hour, but you won't feel like shit because it will go back to your normal level or even a bit above, so it will still feel nice. You know what I mean? And dopamine. Dopamine is this pursuit, this motivational hormone. Literally, this hormone, when we have low dopamine, we're literally depressed. We don't want to move. We don't want to do anything. We have really high dopamine. We're like, I'm gonna record this video. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna read this book. If you have a higher dopamine baseline, then our life will be literally our life. Like, I'm not kidding you. People on self-improvement, they go from, from the rut, like low dopamine to really high dopamine from doing the good habits and not doing the bad habits and kind of resetting. It takes a while, some months, but then when they have resetted it, life literally begins to get colorful. Literally, you will be that guy who's like, I want to work on a business, and you were the other, and before you were the guy, do I have to work on a business? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? Now you're like, I want to do this right now. Wake up 4 a.m. I want to get some work done in the morning. It's insane, the power of dopamine. And if you can leverage this and literally cold shower, it's a free hack. You wake up, you take a cold shower, and then you get a dopamine hack. You get this hormone which will literally, the hormone that will best help you probably. Because, but I don't need motivation, I only discipline. Not only will it be motivation, it's like the pursuit hormone as well. So it's like, yeah, you're more likely to do that thing you wanna do when you have higher dopamine. So this just blows my mind. Like, why would you not take cold shower? You're literally resilient to sickness. You literally get higher free dopamine. You literally metabolize better. Like, there is zero negatives. But it's uncomfortable. You grow your willpower, you discipline your mind, you get dopamine, every part of your life. It's greatly enhanced. So now you know why I'm so passionate about this topic, especially. Step 2.3, recovery. It was 7 months ago, and I was grunting. The last rep. I got like 2 sets or whatever. I gotta get home soon. I get to my locker after I finish the last. Yeah. Damn, PB, it feels so nice. I gotta get home working now. I get to my locker. I take my shampoo, my soap, and my towel, right? So I get to the shower. I rinse off, normal shower, warm, nice shower after a workout. I deserve this. I've hit the workout so good. I go to the shower. I rinse off the sweat after a hard workout. Feels nice, bro. Feels nice. So after the shower, I turn the switch. Oh yeah, I gotta do cold, right? Yeah, cold shower. So I turn the switch to the coldest. You know, always this shock, like, and I was not cold adapted yet. Literally, this was like the first weeks of cold shower, and it actually can take 1 month or 2 months before I'm fully, a pro at cold shower. So it's still, and even if you're a pro, you want that shock. So as I finished the shower, I could feel literally, it's insane. I could feel the burn in the muscles from the workout I just hit. I felt it. Oh, what? I felt my burn going away. Like, what? Next day after waking up, I didn't feel sore. What's going on? Wait, am I doing something wrong? Like, what? I just slept. What's going on? Why? Like, what? They're online saying, 48 hours of rest break. 48 hours of rest break, my ass. I don't even feel, bro. Damn, my bicep getting huge, but I don't feel sore. Like, did I don't hit the workout hard enough? Did I cope? I felt fine at hitting the gym with the same muscle group the day after. Recovery. It is weird. Cold shower is so weird. Cold exposure, cold ice bath is so weird. I could literally hit the gym, literally the same muscle group the day after. Literally, I was sleep deprived. And everyone online, every guy is like, you need 48 hours of rest break. For 72 hours, you need to rest. I can hit it right now. I can literally push the day after, even though I was sleep deprived. Every time I take a cold shower, literally afterwards, I feel on my legs, my quads are having some it hurts. Like I've got some soreness in my quads or whatever. It's literally gone after a cold shower. Literally gone. The soreness is literally gone, and it's so powerful that you get the thought of, yeah, maybe this is dangerous, because you're like, oh, but will it decrease my gains? Will it this and this and that? Because literally you're sore, and you're not sore after cold shower, then maybe that's bad, because you're like, but then I won't gain any muscle, right, if I'm not sore anymore. Like, I get those limiting beliefs, like, it's so powerful, so I start doubting what is going on with my life. I start doubting my workouts, I start doubting this, because recovery was so phenomenally good. It was much better than I could ever expect. It's insane. You hit a crazy push and leg day, and then you can work out the same muscle groups the day after. Like, I'm not kidding, I can do 3 arm days, 3 leg days in the same week. I can hit the neck every single day. I can do kind of this neck workout every day while sitting. I'm not telling you here to get sleep deprived because I'm gonna work, but I can still recover for cold shower. No, I'm not, because this will fuck your life up in so many ways by you being sleep deprived. But I'm saying that after you sleep, after you have, let's say you got a shit sleep, or even after you got a good sleep, you're still sore in the muscles. Putting some cold shower on those muscle groups or whatever, putting some cold shower, like literally cold bath, setting your going in the sink or going in the ice bath, the plunge, and then moving around a little bit. That's literally natural recovery of muscles. It's insane. Can't emphasize this point enough. Like, this recovery, this power this thing has, and this is a natural thing, and it just blows my mind that no one, they're like, I feel I'm sore still, I can't hit this muscle, I can't. They literally cope I was sleep deprived, I need one more rest day because I didn't sleep enough and I didn't recover. It blows my mind. Like, let's say you got some circumstances made you have a shit sleep or whatever. Imagine you can still do it if you just hit a cold shower. It just blows my mind that no one is taking cold shower for all these benefits, especially recovery. Every gym guy should take a cold shower. Because this will literally, he can double his volume. And literally will push better. Literally, I was taking a cold shower even before, before workout. I could literally push double volume. Step 2.4. Better glucose balance. Cold shower, cold exposure, ice bath is so powerful that it can literally, it's like flushing out the unwanted substances and things in your body. It's literally you're flushing out the glucose, the insulin imbalance. Literally, you increase your insulin balance. You literally insulin, it goes up and you get tired, a bit slow, lethargic. When you eat something, it's like, yeah, you're really energetic, and then it goes down. The carbohydrates, it goes like this, like the curve is not that straight, and literally diabetes, literally like this. This is diabetes, goes up and down with insulin. Literally, you can get a better balance, literally, because you're like this, I'm really energetic, and then you feel, and then whoa, and you can literally have a straight, balanced glucose, insulin level by doing cold shower. And we know this glucose literally are the killer of neurons. Like, there are very, very weird studies. I'm not gonna point them out for you, but there are very weird studies. And literally, sugar, like literally glucose, can screw your nerves. You screw your neurons. Literally, it's like the enemy. It's like a toxin. Like, it really screws up your energy. It really screws up your digestion. It really screws up your sleep. It really screws up your mind. And literally, you can't even think like a human should. You can't even perform at your best when you're having glucose in your system. At least glucose is obesity, brain fog, like all those things. Imagine if you could, even if you don't eat any sugar, imagine you can have a better insulin balance in general. Let's say you eat, yeah, of course you will get a bit tired, but imagine if you have a straighter line, like a better glucose balance. And literally, this is by being a cold room. So literally, you can literally right now, like I'm not kidding, you can literally open the window, and then you can increase your work rate. You can literally increase your energy. Literally, I'm not kidding, you can literally balance that insulin and glucose if you have a cold room. This is so weird. This might be the reason why at home I work so much better than at school, probably because I'm not disturbed as well, but literally I feel like I can work so much better in my cold room than anywhere else. So as an actionable step right now, open the window. Try to get some cold. Maybe it's warmer outside, but still open a window. Even if it's warm outside, that little bit of air will be really refreshing for you. It can really up your work rate, like much more than you actually think, like much more than you think. So open the window, and for the love of God, turn down the heater, or don't have the heater on at all. This is the guy who has been doing cold exposure for 8 months, so maybe you're new to this, then maybe turn down the heater just a bit, but literally I've been more than 8 months now of cold exposure. All my heaters, all those things, they're off. I don't have any heater on, like they're off. Oh, but it's cold. No. It's not even cold, and I've turned down all the heater. You will save money. You will improve your work rate. You don't have to, I need to turn it on, I need to, should it be a bit warmer, should it be a bit colder? You don't even have to worry about that, because it's never on. Oh, but before I go, I might to turn off the heater so the house doesn't burn down. None of these worries, like it's never on anyways. Turn down the heater or totally turn it off. And see the difference in your work. Try to see the difference. For me, it had improved my work rate so much, because the heater also gave me like this bad air, and literally breathing is where your power comes from as a man. Like literally, if you have better air, you can breathe better. I breathe better, I can work better. Literally, it's so easy, it's literally cheaper, and it improves your work rate. So that's an actionable step you can do right now. Turn off the heater, turn it down. Your parents say, 25 years, turn it down. Turn it down. And that's the actionable step for you. Do it right now. Step 3. When to cold shower. Now, if you follow the fundamental of the circadian rhythm, we want to increase our body temperature. Putting it in the morning will be very beneficial. Because if you put it in the night, if you think, like literally, yeah, you increase your body temperature in the evening when you're heading to sleep, when naturally your circadian rhythm, like the 24-hour clock, is literally naturally you're decreasing body temperature at the evening. Why would you? No, decreasing. So why would you increase your body temperature when your body is trying to decrease it? When you're trying to fall asleep and you need to decrease your body temperature by 1 to 3 degrees. Why would you increase it then? Why would you make it? Literally, you delay your sleep by 1 to 2 hours if you take a cold shower before sleep. And a surprising fact I found out is literally cold shower, like as I said, it's a very good stress. It literally doesn't even increase cortisol, which is the stress hormone. You're like, oh, but if I don't increase cortisol, the stress hormone, then I will able to fall asleep. But still, why would you increase your body temperature when it's literally a requirement for you to fall asleep? So what's the best time to take these cold showers? Then I would say morning, 100% of the time, every single morning. That is what I would recommend for you. But it just if you get that dopamine, literally pursuit motivation to do your work when you wake up. You literally wake up, because you will wake up, if nothing else, in the morning with those cold showers. What I will recommend, instead of taking a cold shower in the evening, because in the morning, very, very good if you take it in the morning, it's the ideal. But what you can do in the evening, because you're like, I want that cold, I want to get cold, I want to, help my circadian rhythm to get cold so I can actually fall asleep. But now you know that cold shower actually makes you warmer, so that's a no-no. But what you can do instead is that you can literally, I'm not kidding you right now, you can literally, can be actionable step. So right now you can literally get your hands in a cold sink. Literally, when you wash your hands, fill that sink with moderately cold water, like lukewarm, coldest, like a bit warmer than coldest. You know what I mean? Like, this is lukewarm, this is the warmest, this is pretty warm, this is lukewarm, this is cold, this is the coldest, like this, like cold to cold. So literally pretty cold, and then put your hands in there. And especially the palms of the hand, because literally, I'm not kidding you when I tell you the top of the head, the palms of the hand, and the bottom of your feet is the most sensitive areas. Those are the only 3 areas where you actually decrease body temperature. Yeah, that's also why you shouldn't take a cold shower in the head, because then you actually get colder instead of warmer. So the palms of your hand, the upper part of your head, like literally this part, and then the bottom of the feet, although you don't have to do the bottom of the feet. Literally, it's enough to just do the hands. Like these areas, these palms of the hand is it's a very sensitive area. So what you do is you put those hands in, and don't put it like this, because this is the part you want to expose yourself to. So like this, put those in the sink with cold water, and you will. This is literally when you have hypothermia, when you're like, this is. Let's say it's really, really warm, it's like you're nearly dying, heat stroke or whatever. Then if it's really, really warm, instead of doing like this, put it on the neck, put a cold towel on the neck, whatever. That will literally increase your temperature in the head. So literally you'll get warmer, like your brain can literally cook if you put there. What you need to do is you need to hair the palms of your hand or your feet. So literally you can have a bucket, put your feet in there, and then you can have a sink thing, and then put on your head a cold towel. Those 3 things are the best thing if it's really bad. If it's really that bad. But literally you can leverage this as well before sleep. What you do is you put down your palm of your hand in that sink, and then you will start to feel colder, and then you will start to feel colder. It will be easier for you to fall asleep then. So that's, I can really recommend doing that. You're falling asleep instead of taking cold shower, because now you will actually get colder instead of warmer. And those are those 3 specific parts. So you can also, of course, do your do with your palm, like the bottom of the legs, the palms of the hand, and then the upper face. You can of course also take a cold towel on the head as well if you want that. But those 3 parts specifically will make it colder for you. So the easiest thing is literally put palms of your hand in a cold sink and then head asleep. Easier for you to fall asleep. That's a really big tip I can give you. So, as an actionable step, take your first cold shower. So literally it can be right now. What's the time of watching this? It's like, yeah, it's 6 a.m, 7 a.m. You can do this after you watch the whole video. You can literally, before I head to step 4, you can literally take a first cold shower. And as I said, if it's evening time for you watching this, then you should probably head asleep. But if it's evening time, then don't take a cold shower, because that will have the opposite effect. But as action step right now, literally take a cold shower, or try to take, your hands in the sink. If it's like evening, try that. Put your hands in the sink and you will feel colder and more tired. And it needs to be the palms of your hand. Try that right now. Step 4. How to do cold showers. I was in the shower screaming with a burning desire of getting out. But I need to still commit. This is my CEO morning routine. It was 8 months ago, and I found out about cold shower. This concept was very new, but I found it out. The insane benefits of health, focus to my work. Like, this is, I need to try this. Like, these insane benefits, man. If I can improve my business, bro, I can grow my business, scale my business, bro. I need to try this. I was in the shower the day after realizing, or the day after, the benefits of cold shower, after I've consumed the video, and yeah, cold shower is actually a thing you can do. And I was like, yeah, cold shower. I was like, cold shower, what's that? That's stupid, isn't that? That's cold, that's hard, that's... But now I knew there was actually a benefit from doing it. So I went to the cold shower, and damn, it's cold. That's really uncomfortable. So I turned the heat on, like I did, like literally the first time I literally took the colds in one time. I was like, literally I wasn't sick, but like 5 seconds I was like, it's so cold, bro. So after I took my normal shower, I was like, yeah, cold shower. Of course I gotta do, yeah, cold shower. Actually, I was supposed to do it today. So I, yeah, went to the colds, and it was too cold. So I put it on lukewarm again, and I a little bit colder, and that's still cold. Every single day I went a bit colder, a bit colder, a bit colder, and then eventually I got to the coldest. And now 3 months I've literally plateaued. So what I do now is that I do very short durations, but more frequent. And I don't do a bit colder, a bit colder. I do the coldest in one, and like that shock. That is how I leveled up my cold shower. So yeah, I managed 30 seconds in the beginning. Now I can do minutes. Amazing. And then next day after I first time take a cold shower, a bit longer, a bit colder. Kept going, and now I can do the coldest for minutes if I want to. But I leveled it up for coldest. And literally every time I go outside, I get those weird stares. Isn't it cold? Like, Eskil, isn't it cold? Or some random guy in the street, isn't it cold? Some random guy, individual on the street, isn't it cold? I was like, no, it's not that cold. I say, whoa, that's really cool. You can go in a t-shirt in this time of year. Like, won't you get sick? No. And then they look very weird at me, like, oh, wow, I commend you. That's really amazing. You can do cold. You can be in a shirt, and you can go around and be in a off-sleeved shirt, short-sleeved shirt, and literally you can be out there in the winter, and wow, that's commendable. That's pretty cool. Damn, you can do that, cool. So how would I do this cold shower? The best way, I would say, if you're a beginner, I would recommend you doing progressive overload. What I mean by this is literally, you do like me, you're in the shower, of course not the first time because I really messed up, but you're in the shower, you take your normal shower. I do not recommend warm showers, but this is not a don't take warm shower video, this is a cold shower video, but I recommend lukewarm because you can still rinse off the sweat. That's like, it's a bit of your, it's like conditioning, brainwashing that you need warmer shower to get off the bacteria, to get but my hair is not clean. That's bullshit. You can take a lukewarm shower, and after you take your normal shower, let's say you shampoo, you soap, your face wash, your whatever thing you might do, after you do those things, then you go to cold shower. And it's really important that you progressive overload. So you go to lukewarm to a bit colder, and then you will feel a very big difference. And then you do that, and then a bit cold, and then it's like, oh, this is really cold, and then you try to be there for 30 seconds or 40 seconds, and then you can go out. Great. I did for 30-second cold shower. It was pretty easy. And then you do maybe a bit longer, or maybe a bit colder, or you keep doing a bit colder, a bit longer, and then eventually you'll be at the coldest, and you will do it for minutes. And I recommend you not doing it more than like 3 minutes per session, max 3 minutes. Because literally you become cold adapt too quick. That's why I don't. Because literally I can be in there for 20 minutes easy, like no problem. Like this is the point I'm in now. But if I do that, then no, I will get cold adapt, and I will get less of the shock. And literally I will get less benefits. That's why I don't recommend 20 minutes per week. Then you do 20 minutes in one session. No, divide that by 7 days a week. Because you will get the benefits 7, because the benefits is lasting like 6 hours, so you want to do it every day, right? Because then you won't get the benefits of second day, third day. Maybe you will have some more brown fat, and yeah, that's amazing, but you want to have that dopamine, you want to have that really high dopamine effect 6 hours every day. Let's say you work deep work 6 to 8 hours, then you have that dopamine enhancer every day, which is really amazing. So that's why I did recommend you doing it every day. So do it short durations, like the coldest I do now, the coldest with short durations and very frequent, maybe 2 times a day sometimes, but every day at least. And how I level it up even further is that I move around, and you're like, what? It's kind of like you're creating a thermal layer. It's like, let's say you do cold shower, you're like at the same spot, let's say even a cold bath, you're in there, sitting there in the bath, and you're like, with a stoic look. Look at me, I'm in an ice bath. Stoic look. So fucking funny, bro. Oh my god. That's what you should not do, because you're literally creating a thermal layer. What I mean by this is you're literally warmer when you're sitting still, but if you move around, then it's like a barrier. It's like when you move around, you're breaking the thermal layer, and this thermal layer is what's keeping you really warm, right? So you'll get less of a shock, you will get less of a dopamine adrenaline effect, you will get less of that healthy stress, less of that metabolism, you will get less of the benefits if you just sit still. And even in the shower, if you have, let's say the shower's pointing here, so you're like with the shower thing there, it's only this spot now. So then you're only getting that extra blood for that extra heating. So you're literally only heating up this part. You need to take it behind your back to heat up your back, to heat up your hands. You need to move around, and that's why you. But if I am in a cold ice bath, then I expose my whole body anyways. But if you don't move around, you will create thermal layers still. So not only will you have that thermal layer, then you will not get the benefits everywhere, especially when you're in a cold shower. You need to do it everywhere and move around so you don't get a thermal layer around, and you will get a lot more benefits. And if you do this, combine short durations like 2 minutes with very frequent, like every day, 2 times a day, move around when you're in the cold shower. What I do, literally the coldest, just like that, so I get the biggest shock. I get so much more of the benefits, and I did this because I want to level up my cold shock, as I've already mastered it, so I needed to do some more things, and I've tried these things myself, and they actually work. It makes it more difficult. At least a progressive overload makes it harder every time, and the harder it is, the more benefits I get. I have so much brown fat now that I can be literally with the, like I said, short sleeved shirt in the middle of winter or whatever, and of course it will freeze sometimes, but you see, it's so much better. Before I need like 4 layers, now I need 2 layers. So it has improved a lot. And imagine now, if you have 2 layers, and you will never get a cold, because, well, it's as 4 layers before, so it's impossible to get cold, so it's nice having a shirt and then maybe a sweatshirt, and then you're good. I don't need more than just a shirt and a sweatshirt, and then I can be in even winter. It's good enough for me. Of course, my hands get really fucking cold, and that's why I recommend, like, and I talked about these 3 spots before, like the palms of the hand, the bottom of the feet, and the upper head. You will always be cold at those areas, even though you do cold exposure. What I do is I have a warm socks with really good shoes, because that's the bottom of the feet, and then I have gloves, and then I have maybe a cape. And those 3 things, I can literally go in a short sleeve shirt with those 3 things, because those are the sensitive areas. The other areas, you know, have a lot of brown fat. I don't have much brown fat in this area and the bottom of the feet, and I'm happy for that, because then I wouldn't be able to do the hack of putting my hands in a cold sink, so I would fall asleep easier. So this is the sensitive areas, which I don't think I can get any brown fat in these areas, the palms of the hand. So the palms of the hand will always be very sensitive. Literally, you can try to have your palms of the hand on an element, like a heater, and then put it away. You will feel a difference right away in your whole body. This is literally why I recommend having literally the gloves, having warm socks, and having something on your head. That's all you need, and then short sleeve shirt, that's what I need, and then I can, even in winter, with those 3 things I can survive winter easily. And another thing you need to get straight when you take cold showers, that you need to end on cold water. Yeah, I said it. So there are guys that are like, oh, it's really like, the problem is that they're going too fast. Like, as I said, if you're a beginner, progressive overload is key, probably in every part of life. Literally hitting 3 times a week consistently in the gym is better than, I'm gonna hit 6 times a week and I hit 5 times and then I hit 2 times and I quit altogether. You need progressive overload, so you need that a bit colder, a bit longer. Like, not, oh, I'm gonna take 10-minute ice bath the first time. No, 20 seconds and you're good. And if you move around, and if you do short durations and every day and all those things, then you will level up even faster. But you need to end on cold water. This is so important, because if you're that guy who's like taking a warm shower afterwards, go into the sauna after you've done your cold ice bath, your cold shower, then you won't get that 6-hour dopamine effect. Not only will you not get that extra dopamine effect, which actually was probably the reason why you take cold shower. Secondly, when you feel a bit cold, when you're like this in a cold room or whatever, that little bit a cold effect, you feel a bit of a cold effect, that will disappear. So when you end on warm, the metabolizing effect, literally your fat cells, your brown fat cells won't be as active, because you have a lot of brown cells, and brown cells works very similar to our muscles. Because if we don't train our brown cells, if we don't do cold shower in 2 weeks, literally our brown cells can decrease. But if you keep doing it a lot every day, frequently, they will increase. So it's like muscle. They increase when we work out, they decrease when we don't work out. And if we don't work out for weeks, it will decrease a bit. Same with brown fat, it will decrease a bit. And those things will be hyperactive. Well, literally when you're shivering, they will be so active. Like, it's like when you're shivering, that is like your 20th rep of bicep curl. That's like the last rep is always the best rep, as they say. That's like when you're shivering, that's the best rep of cold exposure. So literally the cold shower itself is really effective, but literally the shivering itself is even more effective. So if you're there with the towel wiping you off, I literally wait 1 minute before I go to the shower. So I'm like there. Maybe I'm shivering a bit. I'm having things haven't wiped off yet. I do a bit of shivering or whatever. That's when brown fat cells hyperactive. We need to end on that cold. Because then you're only getting 3 minutes of benefit. You can get hours of benefits if you don't do warm shower, and if you wait like a minute of wipe off. So I wait like a minute of wipe off and then I wipe off, but then I don't take a warm shower. Then I will have hours after the high dopamine effect, the effects of the cold shower. So it's really important that you need to end on cold to get that extra effect, extra benefits. You might be asking now, but still, isn't it still hard? Like, yeah, you sent me to progressive overload, but it's still hard. You're a guy who thinks it's really, really hard to take cold shower. Can I take a warm shower first and then a cold shower, because it's so hard, but if I take a warm shower, then maybe it will be easier for me to get through those seconds with cold shower. That's a cope, bro. I've had this thought myself when I started cold showering. It's a cope. It is hard, and you want to be hard, because if it's hard, then it's like in the gym. If it's easy, then you will make less progress. When it's hard, then you will get more fats, as you will get higher dopamine if it's hard. Because you're getting rewarded by dopamine because you did a hard activity. It's like your brain is rewarding, you're getting higher dopamine. You're getting higher dopamine, higher motivation and drive and pursuit, or whatever parts of your life. All these benefits will be so much higher if the experience was hard. If it's easy, you know, if you adapt to the cold like me now, if I don't progressive overload, then I will get less of the benefits. I won't get those 300% dopamine increase. That's what you get when you do your first cold shower. You'll feel such a big difference. So, if it's not hard, you're doing something wrong. If it's not hard in business, if it's not hard in workout, if it's not hard in cold baths, then you're doing something wrong. So you want it to be hard, because if you know it's hard, then you will make insane progress. And think for yourself, most people aren't willing to do this. If I do this hard thing, yeah, most people hit their gym, that's really great. But if I take cold showers well, and I own a dopamine detox as well, then you can fuck your competition easily. Because you want to be hard, you do the hard thing most people in your competition won't do. You will fuck them. You'll fuck them. So you want to be hard. And then you might be wondering, then what is too cold? I don't think there's a limit. I think it depends on person. As I said, the coldest on the shower or the coldest in the ice bath might be really cold for beginners. But for me, well, I don't struggle anymore. But what is too cold? What is so cold that is dangerous? What is... If I would guess, I would say maybe when it's -4, when it's -5, then maybe that's too cold. I don't know. But Wim Hof, he's swimming under the whole, you know, the Iceman. He's like swimming under the sea, like the ice sea, like it's -10, -20. He's swimming there. He's at top of Mount Everest in shorts or whatever. That's OP. Like, he's a real guy. It's possible, bro. Like, maybe I'm not at his level, but literally I can do cold shower for many minutes. Like, I am pretty powerful, I would say. But he is doing a specific breathing, a issue called hyperventilation or whatever. Like, he's doing a specific breathing to cope with the cold better. But I don't think it's that important technique. Of course, when you're going top of Mount Everest, maybe you need that, but most guys struggle with deep breathing. So I think literally meditation is more beneficial for you and self-improvement. So that's why I don't cover this today. But too cold is probably too cold for your body. Too cold is the too cold your body haven't adapted to. So I don't think there's a limit per se, because Wim Hof, like, it's possible to go in shorts and no shirt in top of Mount Everest. I think he did that, so it's possible. Like, if he can do it, then everyone can do it. Maybe everyone won't gonna commit to his level, but I don't think there's a specific limit to how cold. But I think if you go too cold, like at the coldest, if that's the first time you take a cold shower, then your brain and body haven't adapted to the cold yet, and then I think you get a negative response. So I don't think, it's what is too cold. That's depending on you, and if you're a beginner, then goes up a bit colder, a bit colder, a bit colder. For me, I haven't got any negatives. I only got positive thus far, and I do the coldest in the cold shower, so you can easily do the coldest in your shower and your ice bath, and no problem. Of course, not in the first time, but after months, you can probably do that, and yeah. And you're like, but I can't go cold, or I've reached the limit. I need a progressive overload, as you say. Then do those things, move around, do many times a day at different times, especially when you feel like, I definitely don't want to take a cold shower, then you do it anyways. Like, you want more of those barriers, more of those resistance. The more resistance, the better effect you will have. So if the resistance is 0, then you're doing something wrong, or you're Like you're like, but you love the cold shower, then you're doing something wrong. Yes, I take my cold shower like when I'm tired, like when I'm sleep deprived. That's like the best time I take cold shower. Of course, I don't want to get sleep deprived, but you see what I mean. When I do, I get a really high barrier there. So, hope that answered your question. As an actionable step right now, you're a beginner. I said to take a cold shower, which was the last actionable step. Take a cold shower, but progressively overload it. So literally, you take your lukewarm shower, your shampoo, your soap, your soap, and all those things, and then lukewarm, then a bit colder, and then try to get through. Oh, it's a bit cold, and a bit more, and then try to do that. Being the cold shower, like the cold shower, I recommend ice bath is harder than cold shower, so I recommend a cold shower. So like 30 seconds, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, try to get through it. It's painful, but you know that it's really stressful, it's painful, isn't that dangerous? You want it to be difficult. It's like deliberate cold exposure. You know that this is beneficial, this is not dangerous, you know this. And this is just a cope. It's not dangerous, it's a deliberate cold exposure, and it gives you all those the benefits of dopamine, all those things. They're not dangerous. That's very, very helpful for you against sickness. Like a natural cure-it-all vaccine. To do it, and then I really hope that you follow this actionable step up. You actually, next time you take cold shower, it can be right now, it can be tomorrow, that you try to, oh yeah, I gotta take a cold shower, he said, and just a bit colder, and 30 seconds, bro, just 30 seconds, and you will feel amazing. You will know what I'm talking about. So that's the actionable step. Step 5, cold shower during exercise. I found out something very interesting. Literally, you can feel, you fill the sink. You can literally fill a sink with cold water, and then between set, put the palms of your hand in the cold water, and you will find an insane increase in volume in your day-to-day workouts. Yeah, you heard it right. You fill your sink, you put your palms of the hand in the thing, in the sink, with cold water, of course. Between sets, you can push harder if you do this. This has shown to, literally after, was it 1 to 2 months, a 300 increase in speed, volume, strength, power of your gym workout. People doing CrossFit, 300% better. People doing gym workouts, 300% more power, 300% more endurance, strength, resilience. The statistic messed up my brain, bro. I got, what the? No, they can't be. What the hell? Literally, it's the natural steroid. Steroids. People use steroids, drugs. They put drugs in the body. They get, oh man, after weeks, oh, look at my bicep, look at my muscles. This has shown to be like a natural steroid. This has shown to be even more effective steroids. Steroids have done this 1% improvements every week, and then eventually, double the muscle mass after a month or 2. Cold shower has, after 2 months, 300%. You hear what I'm saying? 300% after 2 months, and the study ended after 2 months. 300% after 2 months in pure endurance, power, resilience. So as actionable step, the last actionable step of this guide, fill your sink. Like maybe you're working out at home, maybe you have a dumbbells at home. Try to do really heavy. Let's say you see my door there, you open open, I have my door open, I in here, I do some dumbbell, let's say I do bicep curl, 10 kilo bicep curls as an example. And then between each set, I put my palms of my hand in a sink in my toilet, which is right behind my door, a toilet, the room to the right when you get out of my door. And you put your hands in the palms of the hand, really important, not this part, not like this. It needs to be like this, very important, palms of your hand. If after 2 months, if this study is 100% accurate, then you will get a 300% increase in power, endurance. And as always, remember to use your dark motives when proceeding work. And see ya.